Oh man, so let's talk Ethereum. Ethereum could be edging ever closer finally to its ETH 2.0 merge, the much anticipated merge. We've got Ethereum up another 1.5% today, but more importantly, it's up about 90% from its recent lows, which is an insane move for such a big market cap project. We're going to cover off the key levels in the Ethereum chart and cover off what's going on in Bitcoin chart, because we're up 2% today post the great day we had yesterday with that shockingly positive CPI results, allowing the market to rally on. This was something we've been waiting for months, to see that inflection from CPI. I'm going to give you one sober warning as well, because that's my responsibility as your older brother here. I've got to tell you guys that there is one thing which a lot of people in their excitement are not looking at, but I'm going to give you that nonetheless. But I'm not going to let that wash over the fact that we're feeling really good in this market today. 1.5% up on Ethereum, Bitcoin up 2%. And as you can see, Ethereum's managed to keep its uptrend, right? It looked at one point it was going to break it, but thanks to CPI, it's kept its uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, looking really, really positive here in the charts. Now, before we dive deeper into the charts for Ethereum, the big news was yesterday, last night, Ethereum's third and final dress rehearsal, Go Early, was really successful. So good news. That's their third dress rehearsal now. They did Ropsten, they did Sepolia, whatever it was called, and this Go Early. Clearly they can't come up with good names, but as long as they can make a good merged proof of stake chain, we'll take it. So really good news here from Ethereum, and now people are looking forward to 19th of September, which is literally around the corner, just over about 5 weeks or so away, when we should be expecting that merger for ETH 2.0, which would allow them to officially become proof of stake. That's going to come with a bunch of energy efficiencies. It could mean that more institutional investors will be interested in Ethereum, and this is going to be a big event. And this is one of the reasons we've seen a lot of impulsive action in the Ethereum price, up around 89 to 90% from its lows here. So insane move here on Ethereum in the recent history, and we've seen layer 2 solutions like Matic and Optimism benefit from this as well. But I do have a warning, and the first warning is we've got to be careful of buy the rumor, sell the news. This is a typical action whenever you have a big event with a coin, a new upgrade, a fork, some sort of listing on Coinbase or something like that. Always be careful of buy the rumor, sell the news, okay? That is when people buy it in the lead up and then dump it while the actual event happens. Now, if you're buying Ethereum for the long run, like I am, if you're dollar cost averaging in and couldn't care less if it went up at the merge and then back down again, or if there's another delay, which we'll come on to as well, then that's fine. But if you're trading this move, then understand you're in the pool with a lot of other traders who are playing the same game. So be very careful of buy the rumor, sell the news. When they buy in the lead up and they sell when it actually happens, please be very cognizant of that. Now, let's take a clean Ethereum chart, and I want to show you a few important things. First of all, we're on the daily chart here. Let's bring out the EMA ribbon. Look at this beautiful extension from the EMA ribbon. We reclaimed our EMA ribbon on the 18th of July. We came back, we tested it successfully, bounced, created a higher high. Came back down, tested it successfully, and now created a higher high. This is good. We've tested our EMA ribbon twice now, and we've used it to bounce off of it, turning it into support. So this is a very nice daily EMA ribbon flip. You can see the ribbon has crossed over from this point as well. So now they're starting to expand, which could set us up for a nice big move. Tie that in with what we've seen from the macroeconomy yesterday in terms of inflation coming down, and that gives us some really good news that we've got the 8.5, we've got that inflection down. But the one caveat that a lot of people are not talking about, which I mentioned yesterday in the live stream when we were covering off inflation, as well as in the summary which video I made afterwards, is this. When you go to previously in March, we had our figure here. In fact, let's go back to the bar chart just to kind of show you that a little bit better. So in March, you had this figure of 8.5. By April, it notched down to 8.3. And I remember, myself included, the market were like, okay, maybe 8.5 was the peak. We're coming down now. We've inflected down. But then look what came out the second two meetings, 8.6 and 9.1. So I don't want to get super excited by this one reading, but it is a good reading. And the reason it is a good reading is core inflation, headline inflation, month on month was 0. It all came down, which was very good. But also it shows that at this point, the rate hikes are taking effect. The 75 basis point monthly increments that the Fed are doing seems to be taking effect. So we can feel confident that the next one, which is September the 13th, the August reading, should be low as well. So once we get that second one, the roof could go off of this market and we really could get excited. I mean, we're already seeing some good movements here from the market. Let's get a quick refresh of the fear and greed. And I guarantee, I told you this yesterday. Look at that. I told you this will climb back into the 40s, and it's done exactly that. We're back in the 40s. That FOMO is going to come into the market. You could feel it yesterday, guys. You could feel it on Twitter. You could feel it on YouTube. You could feel it from your friends and family asking about crypto, that's just a taste of it. If you guys haven't been around a bull market, yesterday was just a small taste of what it could be like when it starts running. And you need to practice new psychological habits in this market. You need to not chase green candles. You need to now do the opposite of what we were doing at the bottom, where we were buying the dip, building our conviction. Now you need to be looking at, okay, where do I need to take profits? Where do I need to trim? Right? You need to be thinking like that. I don't think that yet, but I'm saying when this starts to get into fear at the top right here, okay? So don't chase those green candles. As we can see here in the pre-market, Dow Jones up 0.4, 0.3 in the S&P, and 0.3 on the NASDAQ. Still early days here in the pre-market, many hours to go before the markets open up, but it's still a sign that they're looking to tick further higher here on Wednesday. And if the markets open up nice and positive, we could have another run on Bitcoin today. Now, I'm going to come on to Bitcoin very shortly. I've still got a few things to show you on the Ethereum chart. So let's remove this EMA ribbon, which you can see we've successfully held. Now let's bring out the volume profile, right? Let's look at the VPVR. And as you can see, once Ethereum cleared its level, it cleared this high volume level here, right? Just about here. Look at these high volume candles here. Once it cleared that period, you can see it's just steadily grinded higher. Nice steep uptrend. This is a steep uptrend. I mean, this is very, look how aggressively it came down. And I said the exact same. It will climb up just as aggressively. And if we switch to that exact same view on Bitcoin, that is what we're hoping to see. We need that break above that 24,000 level. This is where the volume's traded on Bitcoin. Once it gets through that, look how thinly traded it is here. I expect a nice steep climb towards that 29,000 range, and that is what we're looking to trade. Now, please be careful, guys. Yes, we have the daily candle now above, right? I just want to show you this. Yes, we have this daily candle now above the yellow line, which is 24,000. That is great. But look at the wicks, right? You can see we did indeed wick higher than the previous high, the 24,700 level we're talking about. We got that level. We wicked above it. But I don't want to be fussy, but I do want to see a body candle. I want to see the body above that wick, right? So I just need that body to come back above it, and even a daily close. But this is good. Let's keep this daily close. Let's make sure the bears don't send us back down. They did that here, right? The bears later in the day sent us back down and turned that candle red. So we don't want to see that happen today. We want to see us close like this. Close with a nice body above, and that is really good. Even better is if that body closes above 24,700 today. That would be a really good day's worth of work today. Then you want to see your confirmation candle tomorrow, and this sets you up for a really big trade here on the daily. Now, of course, a lot of people are already in the trade. You can FOMO into the trade. That's absolutely fine. What I'm showing you here is the textbook way of doing it, and you wait for the daily candle confirmation. The reason you do that is because of candles like this. This was a fake out. This was a fake out. This was a fake out. You had 3 fake outs in a row. So loads of people FOMO'd into there, and the sell orders just trigger your stop losses, and you get thrown out of the position, okay? So that's why from a textbook perspective, you wait for the daily candle to close, because it looks amazing like this, right? Everybody wants to enter this trade. It looks, even the green on the chart has a psychological response, a hormonal response where you just want to go and trade. The dopamine hits. But the reality is you need to wait, because all of these 3 candles which I've pointed out here, all 3 of these candles look like this at one point during the day and then was thrown back down. So do wait for that candle close, wait for your confirmation candle, and this could be a really exciting move here on Bitcoin. Also, just coming back to Ethereum, I did want to show you also the Bollinger Bands, because the Bollinger Bands are showing something very interesting for both of these. And as you can see here, look at Ethereum. The ribbon is now trying to be penetrated towards the top side. So we're trying to get a close above our EMA ribbon, which could again set yourself up for a nice big move here if we can get a close above our Bollinger Band here. Similarly for Bitcoin, it's trying to do the same thing. It's got a bit more work to do, but once it gets past that high, that's also the high I just mentioned at 24,700 and closes the daily candle. That's also going to be a high outside of this Bollinger Band ribbon as well. So really exciting from both these perspectives. Need to see these continue to progress. We'll need the market to open up green today, which will help facilitate that. Also, just wanted to show you, I don't believe I showed you the EMA ribbon on Bitcoin as well. And you can see a nice extension here from Bitcoin's EMA ribbon. You can see we're nice and above our EMA ribbon, collected support from it, bounced off of it nicely with 2 strong days. Just want to go post that higher high. That's all we ask now. Everything else is done. Just want to post that body candle above 24,700. And this is beautiful. This is really nice test of EMA ribbon, and we can set ourselves up for a nice big move. For those who aren't familiar, what is the move I'm looking for? Well, first of all, let's take a look at this chart pattern. From this chart pattern, you saw we had consolidation, move, consolidation, move, consolidation, move. And again, we're looking for this price target. From this pattern, we'll show you a price target of up to 27,000. Now, if you look at the Other charts we're looking at is if we bring out the weekly EMA ribbon. This is something I like to look at. I want to see a rally into this EMA ribbon at least. So that your first level 28.5, and then you could look at 29 and 30 in that kind of range as Bitcoin starts to run into its EMA ribbon. That's where you're looking at if you want to trade this on the short time scale. Also, I've been sharing this chart view with you guys where we had obviously this long-term downward wedge. And as you, in fact, let's look at this on the 4 hourly. It's a little bit better. And what you noticed is after that downward channel, we got the breakout, right? We got the breakout, but we weren't able to break through that 24 level. So we created this ceiling at 24 where those teal colored lines are. Now, what you've seen since then is we managed to get the breakout to the top side, which is really good. Let me just zoom in there so you guys can see this. So this is your channel. Let's zoom into that. So you can see we bounce down. Now we're finally getting the breakout from this channel, which is another bullish sign that we're getting a good movement here on Bitcoin. So there you have it, guys. Really exciting times. That CPI reading is really, really good news. The market is turning risk on. You can feel it in the atmosphere. It's a good sign. From a macro perspective, it's a really good sign that inflation is coming down, and it's something worth celebrating. We've also got the Michigan Sentiment Survey coming out tomorrow, which gives us an idea of what consumers believe inflation to look like. But also, let's not get too carried away. We want to make sure we're in the market, but let's not go gung-ho. Let's not go start chasing green candles. We had plenty of time to accumulate, and we should have accumulated. If we didn't accumulate, unless you're new in the market, if you were in the market, if you were aware of crypto and you're watching these videos and you didn't accumulate, we need to ask ourselves, what stopped us? Was it the fear? Was it the lack of conviction? Why were we unable to build our positions when the price was so low? Because if you were successful in buying the dip on many of these coins, even, you know, low risk coins like Ethereum, you're already 90% up on your money. And that's the power of buying when others are fearful. And now when the greed starts to come back into the market, we need to slowly start rotating our thoughts and ideas. If you guys are trading out there, please be very careful. You can check out the links in the description to my affiliate links for BYBIT and BitGet, which support the channel if you're looking to trade. Thanks for watching, guys. Go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.